Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is your boy Jay from Keeping It Real, your arbiter of gaming news and commentary, hitting you off with a studio production video where you know this is your channel, where all gamers' voices are heard. With your boy Jay, always dropping the word. Keeping them other gaming YouTubers like, what you heard? And where you always know, we always keep it all the way real. So what's up, everybody? I just want to thank you all for checking out my studio production video today. And yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and dig right in. And this video is gonna be about Nintendo and its success with its launch. Of course, I'm gonna link this in the description. Looks like GameStop has done the story on this one, on Nintendo nearly selling 5 million Switches in a span of 4 months, in its first 4 months. So that's really great. That's great news for, any Nintendo fans out there, or just people who are pro Nintendo. And looks like the Switch is selling well. And I wanted to go ahead and dig into, my thoughts on this, my thoughts on the Switch, and just the whole thing when it comes to it. Because for me personally, I'm not really surprised about this. Now, of course, Nintendo's sitting up there acting like, oh, well, we weren't expecting this. We're delightfully surprised that this was going to happen. And I'm like, yeah, sure you are. You guys set all this up to make sure this happened by purpose. So don't try to act like you didn't know. So I'm going to dig into that and what I mean by that. So I think there's 3 major factors about the Switch's popularity right now, and the reason, and I'm going to dig into why I believe Nintendo from the start knew what they were doing. Their official claims is that they were surprised. This wasn't what they projected, and they didn't know this was going to happen, or it was going to be so successful with these numbers this soon. And I'm like, yeah, sure you didn't. It looks like you set everything up for it to be like that. Now I'm going to break that down. So first and foremost, if you really think about it, look at what they did when it comes to the Switch. They, it's in a lot of ways, it's a handheld basically. And if you know anything about Nintendo, you will know that they are the handheld kings. Their handhelds have always sold incredibly well. So that was pretty much a no-brainer. When it comes to the handhelds, they know it sold incredibly well, and it was going to do well. There's a huge demographic of people out there that enjoy Nintendo's handhelds, always have. It's always been a huge seller. So that's one of the factors. When they innovated and made this new console a way that it had a handheld element, they knew that was going to hit. And the next one is that they cut off the Wii U. So as the guys from Nintendo may know, a lot of people brought a Wii U, I think even back to the Wii, brought it because they're waiting for Zelda. I mean, let's just keep it real. Zelda is like one of those #1 pinnacle games that a lot of people that are into Nintendo, they're really looking forward to. I'm one of them. Really, I based my whole thing off of Zelda when it comes to Nintendo's console, man. I mean, that's one big thing I was really into. I was a sucker for it because, I grew up with this stuff. So, that was one thing I was looking forward to. And look at the move that Nintendo pulled. They waited till when Zelda came out just to announce that, oh, oops, sorry, the Wii U ain't going to be in development no more. So Zelda's going to be the last game, and after that, that's it. So you think about all those people who most likely may have not have brought a Switch because they had the Wii U that already is, as long as new games were gonna come on it, they would have kept their Wii U. But now they feel like they're disenfranchised because all the new games that are coming out from after Zelda, sorry, it's not gonna be on the Wii U because we're not making the Wii U no more. So think about how many more people now brought the Switch just because they wanted to get the newer games that are coming out. So Nintendo set that up purposely to say, okay, well, we ain't making no more Switches. Now, I know there's probably a lot of technical reasons to that. As you can see, they can't seem to get their hardware out in enough numbers. So that's always been a big problem of theirs, which I've always felt that wasn't an actual technical problem. That was a purpose. They do this on purpose, because you got to understand, it's not like Nintendo's broke. Okay, let's just keep it real. It's not like Nintendo's broke. Not like Nintendo doesn't have the money to build the manufacturing mechanisms and infrastructure to ensure that they get enough product out to meet the demand. It's not like they got a problem. It's not like Nintendo ain't been in business for forever. And come on, man, you gonna tell me they don't know how to actually make sure they have the apparatuses in place to ensure that they can meet the demand of the supply? I mean, meet the supply of the demand? Of course they can. But they do this on purpose, to try to inflate their numbers, and also to try to garner more excitement and enthusiasm about their products. So this is a purpose intent. Nintendo's been doing this crap for years, man. It annoys the hell out of me. They've been doing this crap for years. So this little move that they pulled with the Wii U is not surprising, but it's also a big factor to their numbers. And the other third factor is it's a brand new console. So, you know, of course, everyone wants to run out and get the brand new thing. That's always a factor when it comes to any new hardware that's released, especially when it comes to Nintendo, because you got to understand, man, Nintendo has a huge base of folks, so especially younger people who, you know, I mean, especially when it comes to the kids, man, they'll just get it because it's a new thing. They don't care what it's about, what it is, they'll just get it. And I think those three factors are the factors that has amounted to this nearly this close to 5 million sales within the first 4 months. Another thing that shows you is that if you put out a product under the right circumstances, the sales can mount up really quick. So those that were, you know, naysayers to what the X can do, and that, oh, it couldn't close a gap nowhere. Well, you can see where you can be incredibly wrong. All you got to do is put out the right product at the right time, and it have all the right elements, and yeah, it could sell dramatically fast, and it can close gaps dramatically pretty quick. So I think if anything, the Switch kind of proved that as well to anybody who would have thought that wouldn't even been possible to do that. Well, now you're seeing it's very possible. And you know, so that's what I would say about that. But what I want to also do is dig into what I personally thought about the Switch. So you know me, man, I'm gonna keep it real. When it came to the Switch, I brought that thing and I sold it. Okay, so I didn't even open it. And the reason why I didn't is because for me, I thought about it. I was excited about it at first, but when I really dug into the details of what this thing is all about, and when I started seeing the stuff, the shady stuff that Nintendo was doing, I'm gonna dig into that and tell you what I mean by that. And I was like, you know what? Nah, bunk this. I'm good with this one, man. I rather mess with a Wii U and then to mess with this, man. And I'm gonna break it down why. Okay, first and foremost, the Switch to me wasn't really I don't think it's really that innovative. I don't think it's a huge enough step for it to warrant what it cost. And I'll break it down why. In my opinion, if you think about a console, I was thinking to myself, one of the biggest things about the Switch is that now you can take it anywhere, right? And you could fully be able to play a full game for the first time completely on a handheld. So a full Wii U game, a full Nintendo game on a handheld, right? And a handheld stat where you could just take that full game anywhere you want. And that was one of the biggest lures about it, right? But if you think about the practicality of that, most of us, when we going out places, maybe we're going to go play basketball, we're going, where are we going? Shopping, or if you going on a vacation, or even just going to work or whatever, and you bring it with you on your break and you just want to play. What most of the things we doing, a lot of us drop shit. I don't know about y'all, but there's times where, shoot, I might be doing something else, not paying attention, oops, man, or bump into something, and I'm thinking, if I drop this damn thing on the corner, it's a done deal. I mean, and you got to remember, man, it's a console. It's not like you just dropping a controller or something. No, you dropping a $300 console, and when you drop it, you hit one of those corners, you crack a screen, or it gets shell shocked. It's done. Then what? What you gonna do then? You gotta think about how rare this thing already is to get. It's already hard enough to get it. You think about how hard it's gonna try to get. Now you got to go through all that all over again trying to get a replacement. And when I seen how Nintendo was doing people, when people were getting Switches that had dead pixels in it, and Nintendo was acting like that was normal, or I was like, oh no, I'm done with that, man. These fools ain't even gonna honor their defective devices, acting like it's normal to have dead pixels. Nah, I'm sorry. People were getting Switches with like red screens or blue screens and stuff like that, and Nintendo was like being quiet about it or being shady about getting them a replacement. And I was like, nah, I'm good. For me personally, I just felt like that the whole thing of what's supposed to make it fun, all the fun stops once it breaks. And seeing how flimsy these things were, when you basically dock them into the little dock it has, it's a flimsy little piece of plastic that basically scratches your screen. If you dig into the details of it, it's a lot of problems that, you know, you would think they would make better quality stuff to where it doesn't scratch your screen of your Switch when you dock it into its dock. What type of crap is that? You got to worry about your screen getting scratched when you dock it into the dock when you want to play it on TV mode. That's ridiculous, man. And then that, along with how much all the accessories cost and the inflated prices of them, I was like, man, it was that. And it was also that, yet again, they put out a console where it's so weak that it's not going to really be able to play the big AAA games that I really care about. You know, a lot of the multi-plats that I really care about, you ain't going to be able to get on the Switch. So to me, and I get that for Nintendo, it's kind of like that's just what comes along with Nintendo. But I was hoping that they were going to change that. It seems like Nintendo was really trying to make a big push to have a lot of third-party developers on board with the Switch this time around. Now, they are getting some support. I'm not saying they ain't getting no support. They are getting some support. But let's just keep it real. For a lot of the big AAA titles that a lot of us care about, the Switch ain't going to be able to do anything. They ain't going to be able to play them. So, in my opinion, I feel like, how big of a jump was this console? How much innovating was it? They literally just took what was popular with them, which is handhelds, morphed that into a hybrid of a console, and then called it a day. I mean, really, personally, I feel like even having a dock is annoying, because it's like, why can't I just stream that? If they would have figured out a way to have the Switch stream it right to your TV, I can stream what I'm watching on my phone right to my TV. Why can't the Switch just stream it right to your TV and then have it be wireless, where I don't even have to worry about a dock? You know, why I gotta spend extra money on a dock now for something that I feel like this damn thing should just stream it? And it should be, it would be nice if they could do that and make sure that the controls and the latency would be, you know, right on point with the TV. Now that would have been something innovative, but they didn't do that. No, they force you to put it into a dock, then charge you all types of money if you want to buy more docks. It's like, no, man, no, I'm cool on that. Like, I just feel like this whole thing, especially also what they did with the Wii U, is going to make it where the Wii U is obsolete to any new games that are coming out, forcing you now to have to buy a Switch. It's like, this is the type of practices that just annoys the hell out of me, when, you know, it's just uncalled for. They could have did so much more. And then I would have gave it, and then I wouldn't even care if they would have had it cost more money. If they had it where it was a beefier console, where it could actually play AAA titles, and then it was handheld too, that would have been something by itself, would have been worth it for me to buy. I don't know about y'all, but I would have felt like, oh crap, you know. And they had it where it was something where it was, you know, it could stream it could list it, you didn't have to, it was wireless. You could stream it right to your TV. I mean, that would have been something to me personally that would have opted me more to want to buy it. I still would have had a problem with, if you drop it, it's done. And Nintendo doesn't seem to be really good at making sure they're getting you replacements, or even caring if something happens to it or if it's defective. I still would have had a problem with that. But I feel like they should have definitely made some bigger strides to try to make this thing an actual true new console where it was actually something where you could, for once and for all, be able to play AAA titles, or most of the AAA titles. I feel like still at this point, it's kind of like, I don't know. I just don't really see it for me personally. That it's a big enough step. And it's great. It's doing well. But I feel like if you dig into the details of how many people probably already dropped this thing and broke it, and then there goes your money right there. There goes $300 right there. You done. Okay, you done. Then good luck trying to get another one. Trying to get a replacement from Nintendo. Good luck. So I don't know, man. With those things, to me, I couldn't highly recommend it. I mean, shoot, I don't even got it myself anymore. I sold it. So that's why it's not the thing for me. I'll just stick with my Wii U and have fun with Zelda. You know, I'm just glad at least they didn't try to pull, well, they ain't gonna make Zelda for the Wii U. And the newer games, hey man, I feel like I'll catch them on the backhand side when another console come out. Maybe I'll look at what they got then. But for now, I mean, it's sad that all those newer games that are coming out, we feel like you gotta miss out on just because I just don't want to get the console, man. I just feel like, maybe I'll change my mind later on. I want you guys to hit me up in the comment box, tell me what you think. That's honestly my honest opinion on it. When it comes to the Switch, I'm glad Nintendo's doing well with it. Nintendo, you know, they have great games. It looks like that game, that Mario Odyssey is going to be really good and interesting. You know, it's too bad I'm not going to really be able to play it. But you know, I'll stick to Zelda. It's all good, and Smash Brothers, and you know, I'm old school with Nintendo anyway, so I'm not tripping. But yeah, man, that's my video on that. I want you guys to go ahead and hit me up in the comment box. Tell me what you think. And appreciate if you guys would like, share, and subscribe to your boy. Until the next time, man, I'm gone. This is Jay. I'm always keeping it real, and I'm gone.